Hey everybody, and welcome to my first little episode of kind of behind the scenes of The Honest Gamer. Um, just a little explanation. This whole thing kind of started in my mind a couple of weeks ago. Somebody commented on one of my YouTube videos that I should do a tour of the room, and I'd been wanting to do one for a little while, and thinking more about it gave me this idea of doing a full little behind the scenes shoot. So this episode is going to focus on the what I do. The next one will be why I do it, and then the third and last one is going to be a little how I go through my process of the different things that I do. So let's get to it. Alright, so two quick things before we go inside the room. First off, I just want to show off this little sign. If you can read it, it says "Warning, Gamer at Work." My fiance made this for me because she's always paranoid that I'm going to be streaming or shooting a Let's Play or something, and that she's going to walk in while I'm shooting or streaming and ruin something. So she made me this sign, and it's pretty much become a house rule ever since that if this door is shut and you can see the sign, to kind of stay away. And then the other thing is that I'm in the process of reorganizing the room, so not everything's going to be where it's supposed to be, and some stuff's not even going to be together, but let's go on inside. Alright, so we are now right inside the room. Alright, so we are now inside the game room, and the first console library is my PS2 selection. So let me just scan past them first for you guys, and then I'll point out some of the ones that I like having. And I'll try to, each console that I hit, I'll try to pick out one game that I have yet to play that I'm looking forward to the most. Move this. So, starting back up here, I've got the 24 game. I was a huge fan of the TV series. Miss it. Amplitude is really fun. It's a rhythm-based game that you only use the controller for, so it's kind of a dubstep-y kind of Guitar Hero-esque game. And then we've got Deus Ex, GoldenEye: Rogue Agent, probably one of my all-time favorite Bond video games. Let's see. Got the Jak and Daxters, got Killer 7. Down here, one of my top favorites that I have is actually this Kim Possible game. It's a amazing platforming game. The platforming in it is very well done, and they incorporate some of Kim's gadgets from the show and kind of give it a little puzzle feel too. My hockey collection. Ratchet and Clanks, Silent Hills. I've got Origins. For those who don't know, this was originally launched on the PSP and obviously eventually got ported to the PS2. I'm very happy to have that one. Sly Cooper games, Star Wars Bounty Hunter, and then we got the Beautiful Joes. And actually one that's not placed yet actually goes with my what I haven't played yet that I'm more excited to get to eventually is Blood Will Tell. It's a kind of hard to find PS2 game. You basically play as this guy. From what I remember hearing about it, you get kind of like abilities that go with your body parts because you're like half cyborg, and the game starts with you losing those parts, and the first one you have to gain back is your eye. So until you gain it back, the whole game takes place in black and white. So that's the PS2 section. We'll go over here. I'll hit the my small Wii U stack. It's a small selection. I've actually played all of these, so I can't really pick out the one that I'm excited to play. but if I had to pick a favorite out of this small selection, it would definitely be Super Mario Maker. And then next to that, we've got part of the GameCube library. Part of it's down here. I'm trying to stay out of the light for you guys. And then there's a few up here. I've got the Resident Evil remake right here. Lego Star Wars. I've got Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, Luigi's Mansion, Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, the Metroid Primes, Paper Mario, which that one's probably my favorite out of these, Resident Evil Zero, Super Mario Sunshine, Smash Brothers. Out of these, if I had to pick one that I haven't played yet, that I'm excited to get to play, it's actually going to be Wind Waker. I've never touched it. I kind of came late into enjoying the Zelda games, so there's a bunch of them I haven't played, and Wind Waker I hear is one of the better ones. And then down here, I got my Wii selection. So you can see I have the Epic Mickeys, Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess, Manhunt 2. One of my favorites that I have, and it's not for the game itself, it's for the art. I have the full case Link's Crossbow Training. For those who remember, this one got launched in that shitty, flimsy little cardboard one that's like half the size. I just like the full look of it. A couple of the Mario and Sonic Olympics. We got the Baseball and Soccer, Obscura 2, and then over there in the corner is the two Super Mario Galaxy games and Wario Smooth Moves. And then again, I have a few more up here that haven't gotten replaced on the shelf. And I'd say the one I am looking forward to playing the most in here, probably Manhunt 2. I remember when that got released, all the controversy behind it because of you actually having to do the motions for some of the weapons, and they were worried how bad that was going to be for some of the people playing it, some of the kids. So yeah, I kind of want to play through the controversy myself. Okay, so on to the shot that you guys are probably most familiar with seeing. But before we get to it, I want to pit stop over here, because I haven't even found a place to put this yet, but it's my little modest startup Dreamcast collection. I kind of talked to a bunch of retro gamers in one of the Facebook groups I'm in and had everyone throw some names at me. So that's what that's starting with. But then up here, I'm going to have to do this from kind of far away. Up here we have PS1. I'm going to try to get in tight to the shot. My PS1 collection's mostly stuff that I grew up with as a kid that I wanted to have again now. So you see the whole Tomb Raider series, a couple of the Tony Hawks, Crash Bandicoot obviously. Casper's probably one of my favorites in there. Mostly just because when I played it as a kid, I couldn't get past the first puzzle. And then I picked it up again as an adult, and I got past the first puzzle in like 5 minutes. So, and then we have the ongoing PS3 library. As you can see, it's gotten to be quite large. I haven't played most of these. I've been just picking them up for the library, but let's see, a couple of my favorites. Definitely the Infamous games. They're a lot of fun. Obviously the Legos. Although I haven't tried Lego Rock Band yet. I'm tempted to do that soon though, maybe for the blog. This one right here is for Mr. Jonathan Pollon. you and the wife mentioned the Saw games. There are 2 of them, not just one. Those are a lot of fun, especially if you like the movies. Excuse me, I'm still getting over my cold. It's very underrated. I don't hear many people talking about the newer Turok game. I had a blast playing this, and the ending will blow your mind. At least it blew my mind. And then definitely one game I haven't played yet that I'm excited to. It's a cheap one too, just by the look of it. Fairy Tail Fights. You pretty much play as all the fairy tale princesses, all the female ones, whatever you want to call them. You got Red Riding Hood in there. I think Snow White's supposed to be in there. Yeah, and it just looks very graphic and bloody, and this one will definitely be coming up on the blog soon. And then below this we have the PS4 library. Sorry for the glare. I have my little spotlight aimed right at it. Let me move it away. Maybe that'll help. A little bit. I've played most of these. It's kind of the inverse of the PS3 library. Got my Resident Evil collection in here. One of my favorites in here has to be Far Cry 4. Definitely the Assassin's Creed's down there. Sorry, it's a little dark in the corner. I think the one game in here I haven't played yet that I'm excited to is actually probably a tie between Infamous Second Son and Shadow of Mordor, which will both get streamed when I play them. Now we're over here to Xbox. I actually just did a giveaway for the first Destroy All Humans. I got both of them here. This one I haven't played yet, but I'm excited to. I grew up loving this Bond movie, and I hope the game lives up to the movie. And then we got some 360 stuff over here. This part of it is just my the music collection, the Kinect stuff, and some of the U-Draw stuff. And then the rest of the 360 stuff is down here. Again, I've played most of these ones. I've only played the first couple of the Gears games. The last thing in the cabinet I can actually pull out is my Xbox One collection. Still building on this one, mostly because I'm personally a Sony fan. I did Quantum Break and Rise for the blog. Those are pretty fun. My personal favorite right now, I actually have to go over here because I'm still in the middle of playing it, is the newer Turtles Mutants in Manhattan. It's all it's cel shaded, and I get drawn into the games that are cel shaded, so they kind of get a little biased opinion out of me. And then next we're going to be going down under here. So let me open these on up. Alright, top drawer is a combination of Super Nintendo and N64. Let me get, this is my extra GoldenEye manual. I got some of the Super Nintendo classics in here, sorry. I got the Donkey Kongs, I got Doom, Earthworm Jims, I got F-Zero, Street Fighter 2, right here, Super Off-Road. I just did this, well, not just, but I did it over the summer on the blog. I grew up loving that arcade game. We got Star Fox, bunch of the Super Mario stuff. And then in here we've got X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, the Carmen Sandiego games. And then back here is my Link to the Past. And then the N64 is going to be a little bit harder to show off because I've been lazy and I still have not alphabetized it. But I'll just kind of flip through them all. I got Blitz, Star Fox 64, Super Mario 64, Majora's Mask. Let's see. Sorry. South Park, Pod Racer, all the Star Wars games, DK64, Banjo-Tooie, the Turok trilogy. Again, sorry. Arena. What else do we got in here? We got Mario Golf tucked in the back there. Mario Kart, Mario Tennis. Let me flip hand so I'm not blocking you guys. Paper Mario, love this game. Rocket Robot Wheels, another personal favorite of mine. F-Zero again. So yeah, that's the part of the cartridge library. Let me move on down to the next drawer. Next drawer down is Sega. I got my in-box ones here, and then my loose cartridges over here. Definitely gotta love X-Men 2. Gotta love Quackshot, Road Rash 2. Obviously Sonic. This one here is The Adventures of Batman and Robin, with a very, very shitty label, but it saved me some money, and honestly, as you can tell, I'm not the super collector. I just like having the stuff I want to play. Castle of Illusion. Obviously Lion King, probably one of the most hated, while at the same time most loved games on the Sega. And then we have one more stop to go in here. Alright, last stop is the NES library. I'm gonna have to do this in kind of shifts. I'll show you why. I've got them in these little wooden crates, and I got 4 of them, and I can only really fit 2 comfortably out the door, so you're gonna see a quick cut. But here's part of it. Castlevania, obviously. Boyne's Blob. Bad Dudes. Everyone's gotta love that one. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Me and my dad always played that one in the arcade when I was a kid. So that one's got a personal touch to it. Top Gun. The worst of the 3 Super Marios. Ice Climber. Love this game. Vice Project Doom, probably my personal favorite on the original Nintendo. Let's get the rest of the library out here. Here's the rest of the cartridges. Gauntlet 2, played a lot of that as a kid. Gotta love Kung Fu. Marble Madness, we got Kirby, got Kid Icarus, Metal Gear. This is RBI Baseball, first one. We got Spy Hunter, Star Tropics, Gold Kart Zelda, first Super Mario, Skate or Die, the NES Super Off-Road. Super Nintendo version is the preferred one. Ninja Gaiden. And then the one thing you won't see in here, I will show you in a moment. So what you won't see down in there is this. This is my little display area of things I like to show off. I've got the first Turtle game, the third Turtle game, the fourth one, my complete in-box GoldenEye, my complete in-box Batman on NES, and then my most prized one, it's my Turtle 2, complete in-box. And the reason this is the most prized one is because not only is it complete, it still comes with the original pizza coupon. It is now almost 25 years expired, but the coupon looks fucking perfect. So, that is that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour of the game room. Yeah, this was the first part of the what I do, and like I said, I have the easiest description of it. I play video games. So I will be back hopefully next week with the episode 2 of this behind the scenes shoot with why I do what I do. So until then, game on.